Welcome to a few moments together on the Parsha. This Shabbos we have the privilege of reading two Parshios. The last two in Chumash Shmos, Parshas Vayakhel and Parshas Pekudei. In addition, it also happens to be Parshas Hachodesh, in which we're going to be reading from Perik Yud Beis in Shemos, where it says Hachodesh Azel Lochem Rosh Chodashim. We'll focus on Parshas Hachodesh on the Shabbos itself, but today, in our few moments together, I'd like to focus on the very last pasuk in Perik Lamed Tes in Pekudei. The pasuk says as follows: Vayar Moshe, and Moshe saw es kol hamalocha v'hinei osu osa. Moshe saw all the work that they did, and they did it ka'asher tziva Hashem es Moshe. The same way Hashem commanded Moshe kein osu, that's the way they did it. And then the pasuk says, Vayavarech osam Moshe, and Moshe blessed them. Now, there are many problems with that pasuk. In addition to the fact that it says that they did it and kein osu, let's focus on the last three words. Vayavarech osam Moshe, and Moshe blessed them. What blessing did he give them? So Rashi says, and he quotes, Moshe said, Yehi ratzon, may it be the will, shetishve shchina, that the divine presence dwell b'ma'asei yedechem, in the work of your hands. Yehi ratzon shetishve shchina b'ma'asei yedechem. It should be the will that the divine presence should dwell on the work of your hands. Now, they were building the Mishkan, and when the command to build the Mishkan was given, the command said, V'osu li mikdash, they shall make for me a dwelling place, v'shachanti b'socham, and I will dwell in their midst. So Hashem has promised that he would come and dwell in the midst of the work that the Jewish people did. So if Hashem promised that he would dwell in the work that the people did, why does the pasuk have to say, Vayavarach osam Moshe, and Moshe blessed them, that Yehi ratzon shetishve shchina b'maaseh yodechem? It should be the will that Hashem dwell his shchina in the work of your hands. He already said that if you build the Mishkan or the Mikdash, he would dwell in it. Why does it have a special blessing from Moshe Rabbeinu? The Kesav Sofer so beautifully explains. Take a look at those words of Rashi. It says, Yehi ratzon shetishve shchina b'maaseh yedechem. May it be the will that the Shechina dwell in the work of your hands. Why doesn't it say, Yehi ratzon l'fnei Hashem, Yehi ratzon l'fnecha Hashem Elokeinu, v'Elokei Avoseinu, shetishve shchina b'maaseh yedechem? Why doesn't it say that Hashem should dwell? Why does it just say, Yehi ratzon, may it be the will, shetishve shchina, that the Shechina dwell? Why didn't it say Hashem's will? Explains the Kesav Sofer, because the blessing that Moshe gave them was not that it be Hashem's will that he dwell his presence in the Mishkan, because he already said he would. What Moshe was blessing the Jewish people was, Yehi ratzon, may it be your will, may it be your desire, that when you do something and you build the Mikdash, when you do the job that Hashem gave you to do, to make a sanctuary in which Hashem could dwell, you do it in a way that it's Tishve Shechina, that you have brought the divine presence to dwell on your handiwork. That if the Jew does For instance, a mitzvah lishma, if he does it for the sake of the mitzvah, if he learns Torah lishma, as we just learned in our between Mincha and Ma'ariv Shir in Pirkei Avos Perik Vav, that Rabbi Meir said, whoever learns Torah lishma, zochel ledvarim harbei. It's if we will put the Shechina into the work of our hands. Moshe blessed us that we should have the desire, the will, the fortitude, the strength, the inner soulfulness to do our work in a way that brings the Shechina onto all that we try to accomplish, that we try to enhance the world through the bringing of the divine presence in the work that we do on a regular basis, as we build in our hearts, in our homes, in our shuls, a place for Hashem to dwell. It should be done that Yehi Ratzon Shetishveh Shechina b'Maaseh Yedechem, that Hashem dwell His divine presence in the work of your hands, because you desired to make that Shechina dwell in our midst. That's a great opportunity for the renewal that comes before Pesach. When we clean for Pesach, when we prepare for Pesach, when we learn for Pesach and study, may it be Hashem's will that we infuse our learning, our cleaning, our doing with the will of Hashem, so that He dwells His divine presence on our midst and in our midst, and that we become an example that can make the world a better place to live, because it has Hashem's divine presence. Have a wonderful Shabbos.